Hello, I'm alive. Yes, Track 2 is back. I just had to graduate college real quick, and we're back, and it's fun, and we're cool. Quick disclaimer: this episode was recorded before the stay-at-home order in Maryland. Just wanted to say that so I don't go to jail. No, but seriously, we are staying home. We just recorded this like literally maybe a week before stay-at-home started. So yeah, enjoy this. Quick thank you to Andrea for joining me, and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Watch the movie. Have fun. You have time to do it. So yes. Okay, bye. Hello. Welcome back to Track 2. We have a guest today. We have Andrea.
Hey.
AKA Prada Sauce, AKA Queen.
Oh,
AKA
thank you.
To all the boys expert.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I've kind of been single my whole life.
Okay, no, but yeah. No, like when I wanted to do this episode, I was like, who should I ask? And I just asked you because I was like, she might not like the movies, but she's funny. I just like wanted you on an episode, and then when
really?
you said, yeah,
Oh.
and then when you said like, oh, like I read the books, I really love the movie. I was like, girl, this is perfect.
Yeah, so
me.
when I read the book, I read it like my freshman year of high school.
Mhm.
So I'm already a year out of high school. So my memory on the books is very whack. And like the books weren't even mine. They were my cousin's. And like I took them from her, and then like her mom was like, yeah, can you give it back? And I was like,
Oh my gosh, her mom's stingy with it.
I know, it's like dang. But later for like the third book, she had bought it for me on iCloud, and she like emailed it to me. She's like, cause I know you read it. I was
That's
like,
so nice.
I was like, thank you.
Yes.
But I still haven't read the third book. I haven't finished it.
I didn't finish the third one either. I read the books like after the movie came out, so late. But I don't remember anything because I have Dory memory. But it's fine because we watched the movie, and we're here to talk about the movie. All you book people, y'all are cute, but like this is about the movie, right? Right.
We're all about visuals.
Right. Exactly. Okay. So if you haven't seen the movies, or if you don't know about the To All the Boys I Loved Before series, it's about a girl. Her name is Lara Jean, and her experiences with love, basically. Kind of. She writes letters to guys that she's liked before, but she never sends them. And then her little sister sends them, and then it goes downhill from there. Downhill, but also good for her.
Yeah, so like the reason she wrote the letters was so she could like move on.
Yeah.
So she was like those type of vibey people, like, oh, I need to like write it down so I can move on.
I love that.
Yeah, if you think about it.
Yes. Okay, so she wanted to move on, but her sister was like, girl, we not moving on. You about to date Mr. Man, Mr. Peter. And that all happened in the first movie. And she going out with Peter, and it's all peaches and cream. But then somebody else replies to her letter. Sir John Ambrose. Yo, like, we're gonna get to it, but I'm really like, that's my man. But anyway, yeah, so then she's kind of conflicting with herself, like, girl, ain't nobody right back till now. Now it's getting interesting. So yes, we'll continue to talk about that throughout the podcast. Later, we're gonna talk about our own To All the Boys.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hold up.
And then later on, we'll be putting a song for our top 3 characters. Mm-hmm. And that's how it's gonna go down. So let's start. Let's talk about the main 3. Let's start with Lara Jean. What you had to say about Lara Jean? The guest goes first, Queen.
Okay, based on the first movie or on the second movie?
I would say
Or both.
Yeah, you could do both. You could do like what you thought about her, and then what this movie made you think about her.
Okay, so in the beginning, in the first movie, I was like, okay, this is like, I kind of relate to her because sometimes, you know, you want to live like in a movie, but then like, you know, you realize, you know, that's not possible. Right? That's not possible. So I thought it was like all cute and aesthetics, right, in the first movie. But then when I went to the second movie, I was like, interesting. So The way they made her, like, portrayed her in the movie was different from how I remember in the book. They kind of made her like, oh, she wanted to test out both waters without letting her boyfriend know.
Right.
Which was Peter.
Right.
So, because, you know, in the movie, she's like, oh, I don't want to think about the what ifs. But she was implying that.
Right,
so you can say things as much as you want, but that doesn't convince. You can convince yourself, but that doesn't like prove you like that's what you're actually doing.
Like she was kind of going against her own like what she thought she was acting like. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. So because she's like, oh, you know, I still have Peter, but I wonder what would happen if I was with John. So she purposely left out that she was dating Peter.
Right.
Because she wanted to experience that flirtatious feel with John.
Yes.
So if you actually think about it outside of like a movie point of view, if like I'm like over here with my boyfriend, but I had this old crush and I just want to see what were the what is, that makes me look like a thought.
Yeah. Lucky she's getting little thought vibes.
Yeah.
But it was like kind of like, oh, like she's just trying to whatever, but low-key she's giving that vibes.
Yeah, but it's just like in the movie.
Yeah,
you think it's like cute.
Yeah.
But then when you really think about it, you're like, dang, if that happens to me, I'm gonna be mad. And that's why I relate to like kind of Peter. Like I understand his point of view, but I don't know if you want to move on to Peter yet.
Well, let me say what
about Laura Jean.
Cause I love Laura Jean, right? That's my sis. Like the first movie, I was like, she is so cute. I think they made her like likable. She's like nerdy but like cute, and like I just love it. The second movie, I still liked her, but like you said, she was doing a little too much, and it was kind of like I wrote something. Oh yeah, she was acting a little bit single when she was with John. I was like, okay, like live your life, girl, but what's happening here?
So there's some changes in the second movie.
But I never like there wasn't a time where I was like, oh well, actually yes. When she went back to Peter, that's when I wanted to throw hands with her. But like other than that, she's not a character that I'm like, oh, I hate you, or like I never felt like that with her. I always felt like I see you, like you're visible. It's not like crazy, but
yeah. The
one thing is that she does like to fall down. Like remember when she first met Peter, she like fainted. And then when she met John, she like rolled, like she tripped over a gumball or something. So like every time she meets somebody she likes, she loves to fall down. And then what else I have to say about her? Oh, I think in the second movie it was kind of weird. Like her hair, I know she cut it, and so but like it was really obvious. So her leave out was like a problem for me. It was a problem. Laura Jean's leave out was a problem because the first, like I said, she's cute and relatable. I think her style is very cute. Yeah. So I was like looking for that in the second movie, and it was still cute, but the leave out was distracting. Other than that, overall great character. Oh, I didn't love that scene where she was like lip syncing in the hallway.
I thought that scene was so cringy. Like, I don't know if they were purposely doing that. You know when you're like going through something, you sometimes like look outside the car window and think you're in the music video. But when they did it literally, I was like, oh, I don't know about that anymore.
So that was like a little bit random. But other than that, like I think that's kind of her thing. Like she's cringy and she does like stupid stuff. But I'm not like able to hate her in a way.
Yeah, that's just her.
Yeah. And like I guess one problem like even this movie I didn't like her as much in the second movie. Like when she was trying to fight with Peter and she was like, what'd she say? In the treehouse. No.
Oh, in the treehouse.
In the treehouse. She was like, I never got the girlfriend handbook or whatever. I'm like, babes.
Oh, babes. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
There is no girlfriend handbook. We live this life. But at the other side, on the other side, I felt kind of bad because she has never dated anybody, and Peter was more experienced.
But if you really think like it's common sense because it did make her look bad to throw that party in the treehouse with another guy who isn't really even close to her in that time period. It was so sudden. It was like, what happened? We was dating. You could have told me to bring the pizza. That part I was kind of team Peter, but let's talk about Peter now. Go ahead. What we think about Peter? Okay, I was mentioning something about Peter before, but like, se me fue.
Oh, like you were siding more with Peter in this movie, so, or like you saw his perspective more.
Yeah. Oh, so I think it was regarding like the pizza. So if you really like, I think I was talking about. No, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I understand Lara Jean being frustrated with Peter because he's still having communications with his ex.
That's what it is. I'm gonna fight you, Peter.
Like,
no, for real.
I get it, but then at the same time, it's like, look, if you're dating me, I know you're gonna have that care for that person, but it's about me now. It's about me now.
No, for real. And the thing is, like, we already talked about this in the first movie. Why you still hung up on Miss Ma'am? Like, we went over it. Laura don't like her. That's it. Like,
yeah. And so if you, as like in your relationship as the partner, you know that this person specifically still has feelings for you and your partner knows, then why are you still in communication with them? Right. That's the part where I was like, okay, I don't know about this, Peter, but when you kind of think about it in perspective, like she really was, or he was really the only person, what's her name, Genevieve could talk to because of the situation he was going through. But it does look bad. It looks bad. That's what it is. But then at the same time, Lara Jean doing too much too. So like they're both kind of idiots. So that's why I'm like, oh yeah. Like I don't know how I feel about both of these people in this relationship. Right. I guess my thing with Peter was just like, we already done this before. Why are you still doing this? But I feel like he low-key scared of Lara Jean sometimes because, like, when he told her, he was like, it's nothing, it's nothing. And I'm like, you guilty. Yeah, because for the treehouse party, Genevieve wasn't invited. Right, and then she just showed up. That got me heated. Everybody knows, like, I feel like everybody who was there knew who had invited her. Like, they knew. It wasn't no John Ambrose. It was not John Ambrose. It was definitely not her cousin. Right, so what the heck. Okay, what I said about Peter was, I felt like he was, like, good, right? Overall, he had some problems, but he was kind of a good person, good boyfriend. But he didn't give me, like, the boyfriend, like, oh, my God, as the first movie, you know? Like, the first movie, I feel like he was trying, and he was, like, but I guess because he was acting, whatever. But this movie, I didn't feel that, like, trying to be, like, the image of like, oh, Peter's the perfect boyfriend. I didn't get that from him. I think everybody and Lara Jean have moved on from the honeymoon phase. Yeah, that honeymoon phase is over. So I was like, okay. Like, okay, the things he did wrong. He was late to the date, and no, I'm gonna list them. I will. He was late to the date at the cafe. Oh yeah. Oh, hello. That bothered me so much. I was so angry. If there's something that like really bothers me, is like when we set a time and you don't come at that time. And like I have friends who do that to me and it bugs me. And I let it be known that it bugs me. Right. Like, hello, it's about appreciating people's time. That's not even a girlfriend boyfriend thing. That's a like human thing. Yeah. Like, dude, you couldn't have texted her. Or like give like a like if there's moves, let's say for the next day, you have that date ready, don't wait like an hour before. Because I'm already going to be ready. Let me know the day before at least. And like, I would understand there. But if you do it like an hour before, I'm going to be like, I'm gonna reconsider hanging out with you the next time. Right. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm gonna list the other things he did wrong later. But I feel like the things he did wrong kind of led up to her being like, okay, I mean, like kind of ignoring him in a way, or like kind of opening up to John because he was acting funny. But yeah, that bothered me. What other thing bothered me? He didn't send a song. I mean, I think they just have communication problems because she didn't really tell him he wanted a song. He didn't send her a song. Okay. That weak little poem he gave her with that ugly necklace. Okay. When I was reading the book, no, for real, that necklace was ugly. You can't even lie. That necklace was ugly. When I was reading the book, they made the necklace look like, oh, it's so pretty. Da, da, da. And then we put the necklace out. I was like, that? Well, like a grandma necklace. And then that poem. With the locket? Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then the poem, I don't know. It wasn't giving me what it was supposed to give. So. He was trying. But I feel like okay, like, he should have gave it in his form. Like, not because it was Lara Jean vibes. Like, oh, she wants the poem, I'll give her a poem.
Right.
No, I want you to do something that you genuinely want to do, and I would see the effort in it.
Yes.
So I kind of get Lara Jean at that point.
I got Lara Jean at that point one. And also, he's supposed to be, like, more experienced as a boyfriend. I feel like you need to put more effort into it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. I also didn't like that he was a little bit jealous, but we kind of went over, like, it's okay that he was jealous because Laura was acting crazy.
With the pizza.
Yeah, with the pizza. I did not like that he was making fun of my man's stutter.
Oh, my.
Because I'll beat you up. I will.
Yeah.
That was rude. But he was just emotional.
Yeah, it was just the heat of the moment, but oof. If somebody brings up something from my past in front of everybody, I'm gonna be like, we're playing it that way. I'm gonna bring something out too.
Right. And remember when you if I was John, John's too polite though. But okay, we'll get to John in a second. The last thing I have to say about Peter, overall, I feel like the first time I watched it, I hated him. And I was like, no. Lara Jean made the wrong decision. But the second time I watched it, I was like, wait, I get it. Like, they're kind of in love or whatever. So they have to be with each other. So I get it. But the first time, really, like, if you would have seen it with me the first time, I was heated. Like, all my friends, somebody took a video. I was, like, yelling. Like, I was like, this is not right. But let's get to John. I ain't got nothing wrong to say about this man. This man is perfect. We'll go off you first.
All right, so John Ambrose.
I love him.
Ooh, flutter. Okay, so I think he is very compatible with Lara Jean in the sense that they have similar taste, personality, and things that they're interested in. But I don't know. For me, in my case, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with somebody doing exactly everything that I like to do. Because, like, where's, like, the fun in that?
I never thought about it like that.
You know?
Yeah.
But, you know, let's just talk about John.
No.
But John is, like, that guy. I really, like how he was. He handled many of the situations that were in there very well. In the sense of how I would have handled it. Like we mentioned, like, if somebody brought up my past, like, oh, you remember that stutter? And the way he was like, oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure my speech pathologist will be proud of me. So I was
like, witty king, funny, wow. But polite.
Like, he was like, yeah, and what about it?
Right.
Like, I want to have that type of energy.
And even after he was trying to pick up, like, the trash with her, he was like, do you need help? Like, I'll clean with you. And he was like, no. And I was like, oh. But he wasn't trying to fight. You know what I mean? Like, when Peter told her, like, I'm pretty sure I can help my girlfriend, he wasn't trying to be like, well, you didn't tell me. Like, he was, like, chill about it.
He was, like, considerate. And that's what I liked about him.
Yeah.
But I also like how he brought it up to her face.
Right.
Like, he was like, I was reading it wrong this whole time. And I'm like, because you were actually reading it correctly. But she was making it seem like, oh, no, like, we can't be anything. Like, I have a boyfriend.
Right.
But we can still talk that way. You know?
Well, he was like, I was reading it wrong. I was like, no, you weren't, King. You weren't. You were doing it right. It was her.
Yeah, it was really her.
There was no reason for him to flop as hard as he did. Like, the way that Lara Jean, when they, like, whatever, she was with Peter for, like, a second, and she kissed John, and she just left. She didn't even say, like,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she was just like, oh, and left. I was like, good.
I knew he was sick, but at least he got what he kind of wanted.
Yeah, but they're in the snow having a cute moment. I was like, and then she kissed him, and she was like, walked away. I was like, Ma, you gotta explain or something. She didn't even say nothing. I was like,
okay, I'm gonna
stir the pot.
Yeah. So I forgot the elderly lady who lives in there that also worked with her sister Margot.
I forgot her name too, but she was iconic.
The old lady.
Yeah.
Okay. When she was like, oh, sometimes you have to kiss the wrong man to know that your actual man is, like, yours. Mm-hmm. Something along those lines. I was like, no, you don't.
Like, you literally don't need to do that. No, you
don't. I was like, that's called cheating. I was like, you do not have to go kiss somebody else to find out you like the person you're actually with.
She was kind of, like, leading her in the wrong way, but At least she gave her the dress.
At least she gave her the dress.
Yeah, she was doing too much. I feel like that would have been good then if she was actually, like, in the book, like, John's grandma. Because then it would have made more sense for her to say that. Because otherwise it's just, like, she just want you to be a little thought. Just be a little thought. It's like, no, that's not good advice. But if he was her grandson, then it would have made sense, like, pushing her towards him. Mm-hmm. I think John is literally, like... This is just me, because I like the actor. So, from the beginning, I was like, that one. That's the one right there. Polite. He was like, what did she say? When she wanted the letter, and he was like, okay. I was like, if it was me, I would have been like, why do you want the letter? Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know? He was, like, very, like, I don't know. I was just vibing with him through the screen. But then I get what you mean, because when they had that scene when they were doing bingo or whatever, and he was like, oh, we're both, like, boring, and they were, like, vibing about being boring. I was like, okay, this is kind of stupid. Like, why are you guys...
Yeah.
Like, their, like, connection was that they were boring. But I think he's more than that. We just didn't get to see it. I liked him, though. I felt bad for him, but I feel like he'll bounce back. They always do.
He will. He will bounce back.
He'll bounce back. I just felt so bad for him for that kiss thing. Because the rest of the movie, I was like, okay. I mean, he was always kind of risking that she might have had a boyfriend. Like, she never said, like, she didn't or she did. But at the end, she straight up said she was not dating Peter. And then she was like, never mind. And Peter was outside. And I didn't like that scene when he was like, what did he say? He was like, when he was waiting for her for the kiss outside. Peter. Not John. When he picked her up. He was like, oh, you can break my heart. Break my heart, Large. And I was like, what the heck?
Isn't that how he tweets?
Yeah!
When he said that, I was like, yo, that's literally how he tweets. I remember I had followed him at one point, and I had to unfollow. His tweets were like Tumblr quotes.
Dude.
Like, break my heart 1,000 pieces, but I want it to be you to break my heart. Like, what? Like, okay, you do you.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I can't. And then that scene at the end where they kissed and they, like, floated into the sky.
Oh, yeah.
I could not stop laughing at that because I'm like, what is going on right now?
There's too many weird scenes in that movie.
It's just
her lip singing and then them floating into the sky with that kiss.
I think it was more like, this was more like stereotypical chick flick movie, while the first one was more like, oh my god, this isn't something you really usually see, you know?
It was more, the first movie was good.
Yeah, because this movie, I feel like, was more like, okay, yeah, two guys like a girl, what's she gonna do? Which one she's gonna pick? That sort of thing. But I still think it's, like, worth a watch. Because I like the series and everything. Mm-hmm. And it's, like, interesting. And I also, like, thinking, like, yeah, it's a whole character, like, Laura Jean is Asian, whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's good. I'm not saying, like, whatever. But I'm saying, like, it didn't feel forced. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't feel, like, forced representation where they were like, watch this movie because she's Asian, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, watch this movie because it's good and she's Asian. And that kind of thing.
Hey, but she's mixed.
So. Oh, yeah. Mixed Asian and white.
Yeah.
I love the dad, by the way.
Yeah.
Solid character. Like, that whole family is just beautiful. I can talk about the family all day. Okay, next. Let's talk about how... Well, we kind of talked about how, like, the first movie was directed by a woman. The second movie was directed by a man.
I have some points I want to make about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so like you mentioned, right, the second movie was more like stereotypical because men obviously don't know what, you know, how to portray something without them being like, oh, it's because girls like it this way.
Right.
So now, like, I really was thinking about that because, like, the first movie, it was a female directed, right? Even though Jenny Han, who, like, wrote the books, was present, it was more like, it flowed.
Right.
While this movie, I don't know if he was like trying to do something different.
Yeah, I feel like he was trying
to prove oh, I can direct this better than her.
Yeah.
But it was too like there's a few cringy scenes that could have been good without it.
Right.
Like when she was depressed because they broke up, right? Like, they could have just left it, like, you know. But no, they had to make her lip singing in the hallway.
I that's never gonna leave my brain. Like, that is so freaking funny. Because I remember the switch in my brain that was like, aw, to girl.
Yeah. Even though Jenny Han was like also like in this movie, because she was in both movies. Actually.
Yeah, I saw her in this movie too.
Yeah, but I was like, I still kind of prefer the first one.
Yeah,
it flowed better, and they gave Peter the boyfriend vibes.
Yeah.
While this one, I feel like a lot of people are like, man, I really wish it was John Ambrose at this point.
Right.
Not Peter.
Right, and I feel like in the book you don't feel that much rooting towards John Ambrose. Like in the book, also you don't hate Laura Jean that much. Because I feel like in this one I was low-key hating this girl. But like in the book it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean the book's always going to be different than the movie. But the first movie, it was more like seamless. Or more like flowed better. This one's a little bit like...
Yeah, because I remember when I read the book with John Ambrose in it, I was more like, what is he doing?
Yeah, like he's a little like...
I'm like, can you leave?
Yeah.
but then this movie, I'm like, okay, can Peter leave?
Yeah.
Like, can he stay?
Right. But that's also probably a movie tactic, because they want like the audience to get a little angry with the main characters, maybe. So then they want to watch the third movie and see like what happens.
Yeah.
I think it was good. It just wasn't as good, but it has a good moments. Like that scene where they're in the aquarium. I thought that was so pretty. Even though he asked for the necklace back.
Oh, okay, we gotta talk about that.
I'm gonna beat him up. Me, I'm not mad at Peter anymore, but I can fight him though.
Okay, no, like, let's say, like, you were in a relationship, now you're exes, but he had given you gifts, but he asked for, like, those gifts back.
I dare you to ask for it back. I dare you to ask for it back. I ain't giving you that back. And not like this, what? It'd been a day after they broke up. They went on the field trip.
Yeah.
Wait a little bit. Let me send it to you.
No, because if you think about it, right? Like, let's talk about our single life perspective.
Okay, yes. Our relationship perspective.
So, let's say we're friends. Well, we are friends, right? Mm-hmm. And then...
let's say we know each other, right? Yeah.
And, like, I give you, I don't know, like, a tumbler, like, to put your drinks in.
Okay.
And then, like, out of a sudden, we're not friends anymore. And I asked for that back. Does that make sense to you?
No, literally, no. Like, it's like, gifts is literally, that's a gift. That's not yours anymore. That's not yours anymore. You're giving it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you ask for it back? Are you 7? Are you 7 years old?
Yeah. I get it if it's, like, clothes. You know, sometimes I understand that. Like,
what do you mean clothes?
When girls steal
clothes. Yeah.
But if it's, like, a gift, I'm gonna be like...
Okay, yes. That's different because clothes is I'm letting you borrow this. Even if we're still friends, I'm going to need that back, you know?
Yeah.
But gift, this is yours now. This isn't mine anymore, you know? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so when he asked for the necklace back, I was like...
I think she offered it and he said yes. So they were both kind of stupid, but...
Yeah.
He's the one that took it off her.
Yeah.
So I'm fighting him at the end of the day. I'm like, take your ugly necklace back. It was like cute in the first place.
Talking about that scene, did you remember like when he takes it, he just starts walking backwards? like it's like he's trying to be like a ghost, like trying to disappear with the necklace.
Like what? What was that? I mean, that scene was pretty because the jellyfish and everything, and it was like cute or like pleasing to the eye, but there were still like parts that you're like, what's happening? Like, why is he just floating into the darkness? Like, mad dramatic. But I mean, I think that scene was pretty. I think we could still see like peaks of Laura Jean being funny because I really liked the first movie because of how funny she was. Like she was so cute and funny. Like when they're talking to her cousin at the little Korean thing they were doing. I don't know what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they were talking about the like hot tub thing. That was funny, and like little other parts, but I didn't. Not as much as the first movie, I guess. But it still had its Jenny Han. Like you can tell Jenny did this.
Yeah, Jenny Han. Like, touch was
right. It was cute. So hopefully the third movie they bring back whoever did the first one, or somebody else with a woman, because a man is hitting, but it's not hitting all the way.
Yeah, because in my case, I feel like they can't relate to that stand,
right?
That point of view compared to like the female director and Jenny Han,
right?
Or it's a male director, he's gonna try to implement from the guy's point of view,
right? Like even if you want to talk about okay, but what if like whatever, at the end of the day when you boil it down, you're not a woman, so you're just not gonna get it. But whatever. But anyway, now let's get down to the real deal. Are you Team Peter or Team John?
Ooh, okay. I want to hear your point of view first.
All right. Well, okay.
Well, it's a Team John.
Period. No, but our conversation kind of changed it a little bit. Because, okay, the thing is, I'm never like... It's so funny because I watch, like, chick flicks, obviously. You know, I love chick flicks. But there's never been, like, a movie where I'm like... like two guys fighting over a girl where I'm like, oh, I'm team this. Like I usually can see like both sides, or like I get that it's a movie and you don't care. But this is the only time that I was like, John, team John till I die, like that. So like,
yeah,
I feel like a teenager again, you know. Watch, I think that's good though, because it makes you feel like young and fresh. But yeah, I'm team John. But now I guess he's kind of boring after we talked about him. He's studying.
Yeah. But, well, think of it in, like, your personality. So, I don't know how, like, if you're that outgoing, like,
it'll
Peter,
balance out.
If it'll balance it out. But if you're, like, large and, like, you're, like, oh, my God.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. Okay, so I'm team Peter for Laura, but for me, I'm team John. Because I'm loud, so it'll work out.
Yeah.
It'll work out. John, that's my man, for real. I'm team John. No, I am. I don't like how he was so nice, though. Like, sometimes I wanted to fight for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I'm like, it's good that you're nice, because you're like... You know, this is kind of funny, but I swear he was like JW passing sometimes. Because he was so nice.
Actually, I'm Team John, too.
I'm Team John, because he was wearing ties and stuff, and, like, helping the elderly. I was like, why are you kind of like...
Okay, yeah. So, for me, in my case... For a guy, I would want him to have qualities that I don't have. So he's very nice. I don't consider myself nice. I think I'm very straightforght. And I would have had, like, when I told you, when they brought up his stutter problem, I would have been like, oh, so that's how we're talking. But he was like, oh, thank you for noticing, like, I passed it. Yo, I'm like hitting the table.
No, you're fine. Don't even worry about it.
So... That's how I feel. So I think John was, like, good. And he wasn't at fault at all. Because he literally did not know. So I'm Team John.
I'm Team John, too. Girl, yeah. I thought you were going to say Team Peter.
No, because remember, he kept having contact with his ex. And that would have really, like... Well, that would have really bothered me.
Angry all over again.
Like, if you know, why are you still going?
And you know, another thing. Another thing about Peter that I didn't like. I mean, this is just, I know it's for the movie, but he was trying to say that he wasn't trying to cop a feel in the car. He was. He touched his titty. And he was like, oh, I'm not trying to do nothing. Like, when you're ready. I'm like, such a stupid Peter guy, lacrosse, whatever thing guy to say. Like, you know? Mm-hmm. I was like, ew, that turned me off. Because the first movie, you could tell he was actually, like, trying to be polite. Like, And then this one, he wasn't. I was like... He
was having some fast hands right there.
Right?
She was like, I don't know how he does it so fast. I'm like, honey. Well, she eventually knew why.
Right, exactly. But... I feel like he just did too many cringe things that I'm like, ugh. But I know, like, at the end of the day, they're meant for each other. But that don't mean he meant for me. So, we Team John.
Team John.
Okay, next thing. Okay, we can talk about the soundtrack.
Okay, so I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you right now.
Go ahead.
I think I listened to the soundtrack Jenny Han had put on the book. It was, like, towards the end of the book. Do you remember?
I don't remember that. She put a soundtrack?
Yeah, like
that is so creative.
A written soundtrack at the end of the book where it's like Laura Jean's playlist. Yeah,
dude, that's so cute.
I'm like pretty sure it was in the book or I found it somewhere, but it was like actually all the songs that Jenny Han had recommended if you wanted to see or have the like Laura Jean vibes.
That is so adorable.
It's very like
Jenny.
indie music.
Yeah. Well, she's like that.
So I listened to that, and then I listened to the like original soundtrack for this movie, and like a few from the first one. So from the first one, I like I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know if it's Love.
Oh yeah. He made a song with BTS. Yeah.
Okay, I cannot talk about that right now because we're gonna go very off track.
Okay.
But yeah, his song.
But shout out.
Yeah. Shout out. Oh, my man. Yes. Okay. His song "I Like Me Better."
Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
That was like the main song from the first movie.
Yeah. So I really like that song.
Was that on her playlist too, or it was just the movie?
That's the original.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for the second movie, I really like Marina's song.
I don't remember that one. I know Marina, but I don't remember how that one went.
It was like about love.
Yeah, I can edit it out.
Marina's song about love, and then. Yeah, I think it's about those, but they're more like it's not really my style of music, but it is, you know, it's there.
Right.
Okay, so I like this song because it's Marina. And, like, I was looking at the reason why they picked Marina, because actually all the artists are, like, growing artists, like, upcoming artists. But they made an exception for Marina because she doesn't really, like, put out a lot of stuff. And when she does, it's exciting.
Yes.
So I was like, yes, girl, you did that.
It's so cute that they got her for this. And I feel like Marina, she makes a lot of love songs, but she also makes, like Remember How to Be a Heartbreaker, all that. Like, that's very, like, cutesy, whatever. And, like, Laura's kind of cutesy. So I feel like she's on brand with it.
Yeah. No, I love Marina. I just love her, like, whole vibes as an artist. Especially, like, How to Be a Heartbreaker during that whole album. Where it was like,
we grew up with that.
Yeah, I grew up with that.
Yes.
It was literally a whole story. Like, that's when I figured out, albums can, you know, have a story to
like
it.
a concept album.
Yeah. So I really loved that one.
So good.
But so when I saw she did a song, I was like, oh my god. Yes, Marina.
I didn't even know that was her. Like, I know the song, but I didn't know she was on it. So
yeah.
I love that. The soundtrack, I agree, like, the first movie had a couple of songs, like the love song and Love.
Love. I'm sorry. I'm sorry
Love.
right here.
Yes.
LAUB.
Yeah, that one. That song, there was like a couple other songs that were good. But I feel like this movie, I personally recognize more songs, like the Billie song. They sang like a Billie Eilish song.
Ocean Eyes.
Yeah,
when
they
love
were
that
so
song.
cute. And it felt more like, yes, like if I was in high school right now, that probably would be the song that the Valentine's people would be singing in the chorus, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like current, you know, like cute. That song I recognize. I recognize the Blackpink song. I went crazy. I was literally like, because I was watching, I was like, what's she about to do? And I heard the drums. I was like, oh!
Wait. Okay, so I like that song, but she was like preparing to like show her love.
That was weird, yeah.
But the song's about like, let's kill this love.
Yeah.
Like, let's kill, like,
end it.
But I guess it was like foreshadowing.
It was foreshadowing.
So I guess it's smart.
Yeah. But she was just, I get, they put the song because she was like doing like warrior makeup, whatever, like the little, what is it? Pep Rally makeup. Repeater. But then it did foreshadow because they ended up breaking up right after that song played. So, but that song I remember screaming. Oh, there's another song. Oh, when she was making up with Genevieve, they, like, being friends again, they played a Clairo song. It's like a alternative. That's the song that I just recognized because that's my taste. But I get, like, if it's not, like you said, like, you don't really listen to that type of music, it could kind of be, like...
But it just goes with the vibes.
Yeah, it goes with her vibes. So I think the songs are well chosen. I also like, though, that they're not picking, like, songs. Like, you know, some movie soundtracks, they just pick artists or they pick songs that they know are popular already or they know it was, like, people that everybody loves just to, like, make people listen to music and make people watch the movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, like, attracting them to... Like, I'm trying to think of a bit. Like, if they got, like, okay... For example, Taylor Swift makes a lot of love songs. They paid Taylor Swift $1 million to make a To All the Boys I Loved Before song. And then that would have been, like, a whole thing. And then people watch the movie for that. Like, I like that they, like, they focus the movie and then the songs to match with it, but not, like, too much. Like, not doing the most.
Yeah, but I like that concept that they picked upcoming artists specifically.
Exactly.
So, because they know they're getting a lot of revenue or a lot of, like, publicity with the movie.
Right.
So this would help them. So it's like a win-win.
Exactly.
To portray Lara Jean and for these upcoming artists to get their music out there.
Exactly. It's like they're helping the artist instead of the artist bringing people to them.
Yeah.
They be smart. Props to Netflix for that, because, you know, they don't do everything right, but they do some things right with that. All right, now we get to talk about... Should we do the songs first? Yeah. We'll end it with our little...
Oh, yeah.
We nervous, we shy. Okay, so basically we're going to pick 3 characters and give each character a song to represent them. This is something new. We've never done this on the podcast before.
Really?
So...
I feel so privileged right now.
Yes!
Is this what it feels to be Caucasian?
Is that it feels to be taking the first step? Yes, girl. Okay. I'm going to let you go first.
Okay. So I'm gonna start out. Do you want me to say all three?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So for Lara Jean, there's 2 songs that I picked for her specifically. The first one is Honesty by Pink Sweats. I picked this song based off how she was in the first movie, because the song is basically a conversation of being afraid to fall in love, which is similar to Lara Jean's case. Because she's like, because literally the song starts off with the lyric as, she said, baby, I'm afraid to fall in love, because what if it's all reciprocated? So I was like, yo.
Dude, that's literally perfect.
Yeah.
You can't see, but I'm geeking right now.
And then
perfect.
And then for the second, movie, even though it's for the first movie, where it's like From Love or LAUV.
Oh, yeah,
I like me better because, the lyric is like, I like me better when I'm with you. So she feels, more comfort when she's with Peter. So I was like, it goes well.
Yeah.
Goes well with her vibes.
That's true. Because she ended up, being a little, even if it was, 5 hours of being broken up with him. But, she still, didn't feel the same. Or, she wanted to be with,
So she saw the difference.
Right.
And so then for Peter, I'm gonna take us to some Korean R&B real quick. So there is this very popular Korean R&B artist named Dean, and he has a song named Instagram. And so basically, despite socializing or confronting the situation you're in, you're basically scrolling on Instagram. Just remembering everything. And they use a lot of Instagram in the movie.
They do.
And so in one of the lyrics in the song is like, you look better with your short hair, but it's too weird to like it. I'll look weird. Because it's a long post, because you're just scrolling on the person's
like an old post.
Like an old post.
Yeah.
So I think, maybe Peter's reminiscing his times with Lara Jean, so he's just looking at his posts on Instagram.
And that also applies because Peter be talking to his ex-girlfriend from a long time ago. Still, I'm gonna keep bringing that up.
Okay, no. Now that we're bringing that back up, I just realized Peter whole time in the hot tub was not waiting for Lara Jean. He was waiting for Genevieve.
He didn't even tell her until this movie too.
I think that really got me I'm not Team Peter. I'm Team John.
I hate that man so much.
Yeah, I remember that. I was like, wow, you're trash. You're filthy. You were playing me and her.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes later, oh, it's okay. Because you forget. Literally, I didn't even remember until now when he told her. And I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. He didn't even tell her. Lara figured it out. Remember? Yeah. She was like, that's why this and this.
That's why she recorded, because you were at the hot tub already waiting for her. And when she saw I was there, she recorded. I would have been like, sis. I was mad when I thought, when she figured it out.
Yeah.
But moving forward.
Okay, yeah.
Also, in the Korean R&B scene, I have this perfect song for John Ambrose called Perfect Timing by Hoodie. Hoodie is from this company or this label called A1G. And at the beginning, she was the only female artist on that company. But there's another female artist that they just recruited.
Yeah, okay.
But in her album, it's called Perfect Timing, which basically explains, or literally the English lyric in it is it wasn't perfect timing or good timing. So, Lara Jean and John Ambrose at one point literally did feel or have that mutual feeling. But the time where he's confessing was not great timing, because she was already with Peter.
She was already with Peter, exactly. That letter didn't send in time.
Yeah, so it was the lyrics said, it just wasn't perfect timing.
Right.
So those are my 4 songs for
Dude, mine are so gonna be so funny because yours were thought out and good and really good. Mine are more comedy, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so my song for Lara Jean is "Love on the Brain" by Rihanna. If there's anyone not like Lara Jean, it's Rihanna. Rihanna's not at all like Lara Jean. But I think in this song, it's one of her more, raw songs and her more, emotional songs.
Yeah.
And literally, Lara Jean is always thinking about love. She's literally always thinking about love.
It's on her brain.
So, and she's, on her brain. And in the song, she's saying how, even though you made some mistakes, basically, I'm always going to be thinking about you because you're my man. And so even though Peter kind of horrible,
Kinda.
You know he kind of horrible. She always gonna love him. So that's for her. My song for Peter. Oof. Don't laugh. Okay, you can laugh. It's Fetty Wap again.
We're sounding very well. I'm interested.
Okay, because I feel like Fetty Wap, he's kind of annoying, but like his songs are really replayable.
They are.
So Peter, even Noah, the actor, mad annoying, but for some reason, like I can't stop watching movies he's in or like watching him as a character, and like I keep wanting to see him with Lara, even though he's literally really annoying. And in the song it's saying like, I want you to be mine again, baby. So he's like asking for her back, you know. Yeah. So, and that song low-key a classic, and like Peter's kind of like a classic guy that like, you know,
classic jock.
Yeah, like athlete, yeah.
Yeah, he's an athlete.
Yeah, so my song for John Ambrose is Single Again by Big Sean.
Oh my. Single Again. I think that title fits so well.
Because he's single again. I mean, he was always kind of single, but like, that song's talking about how like you kind of don't really need somebody to be good or work on yourself. Like people sometimes work on themselves only when they're in a relationship, you know.
Yeah.
Single Again saying how like you don't need to work, you don't need to be with somebody to work on yourself. It's fine, you're good. Even in that song he sings with Jhené Aiko, who at the time he wasn't with. So it's like you can kind of be friends with your ex, I guess. It's just like a positive song. I think John is a positive person. Big Sean and John are both kind of short. So, but I love Big Sean and I love John, so it works.
It works.
You don't gotta be tall to be loved. That's the motto.
Okay. Now that we're bringing that up, let's say the love of your life is like his head is your like eye level. Would you still have that same energy?
I don't care. I do not care. I honestly don't care.
Really?
Short kinks for the win, for real. We need to rep our short kinks.
I mean, in my case, like, you know how girls like, he has to be 6 feet.
Yeah.
I started to be more reasonable. I'm like, look, you're not gonna find somebody who's,
right.
And they be like 5 feet. I'm like, you could get somebody who's like 5'5", my height, and you get the same.
And you're
feeling.
fine. Literally, it's the same thing.
But like for me personally, I would just want someone like 5'9".
Ideally, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm 5'6".
I'm 5'5". We're kind of same height.
Yeah, so, you know, if I wear some, like, tiny heels, it'll look fine.
Yeah.
But if I wear actual heels, I'm, like, 6 feet.
Yeah. Literally me. No, like, I've seen, like, other people that I know that are, like, happily married to a short king, and it works. Yeah. It's fine. So
I get it. I respect it.
Yeah, it's, like, a preference, but I'm not, like, gonna die if you're short, you know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah. I mean, in my parents' case. Like, my mom was telling to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, they kind of, like, clowned my mom for it, but, like, my mom's living well.
Right.
So,
she happy?
Yeah, she's living fine. He, like, you know, supports her and everything. Right. So,
that's cute.
I'd rather have, like, that energy than, you know, somebody who's, like, not taking care.
Right. Hello. So, yeah, that was my summer. I have a bonus, because I was already in the vibe, so I have a bonus. What is the little sister's name? Kitty. Okay. So for Kitty, I have a song. It is You'll Never Know by Ariana Grande. And in the song, she's saying, like, you know, you took too long to tell me that you liked me. And so now you keep wondering, like, what if we were together? But you'll never know. And Kitty's all about that. Kitty's all about, like, you need to shoot your shot. Because you're never going to know. The first movie, she was helping out Lara Jean. And this movie, she's helping out her dad. Kitty is a matchmaker. Also because I feel like Kitty is cute. She's like positive. Ariana Grande is cute and positive and poppy and fun. So they kind of vibe together. So that's the bonus for Kitty. And it's cute. All these songs gonna be on a playlist that I put out later.
Yay.
I think they go good.
I think it's gonna go good.
It's gonna flow like funny but like good. Mm-hmm. Okay, now to what we all been waiting for.
I'm gonna let Lynette go first.
No, you gotta go first. The guest goes first. The guest goes first, Mom.
Okay. Oh, wait.
You only have to pick 3. You don't have to name them.
Do you want to explain what this next segment
Okay,
is?
yeah, sorry. We were just like,
I'll let you go first.
Okay, basically we're gonna do like our own little IG moment and give 3 boys that we've loved before. Love is a loose term, but like that we crushed on before or whatever, and kind of say our piece to them, you know, just a little whatever. So
Emphasis on the crush.
right, it's not like we were done. If you happen to come across this, it's really not that serious. It's for giggles, you know.
It's her.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think I have 3. I think I'll just do 2.
That's fine.
Okay, so I'll just do my
You're Peter and you're John.
yeah, my childhood one. So so the first one, his name was Anthony, ironically. His name was Anthony, and I had like laid my eyes on him in kindergarten.
Oh my god,
when
like
we
I
were
love
in
it.
line. And so
The back of his head was looking good.
I was like, oh. And then one time, you know, that was kindergarten. All of my elementary school years, like we were crushing on each other, but we were so shy to talk to each other.
I love it.
And this went all the way up into like the 7th grade, when I think
Dang, y'all!
when he finally decided, like, man, you know what? I'm too scared to shoot my shot, so he just like went to another girl. And when
8 years, bro. Kindergarten to 7th grade.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
And that's why he never shot his shot, so he'll never know.
Well, he knew. Like, now that we're older, we talk about it.
Yeah.
And we, like, kind of laugh about it. Like, dang. Like, it went on for so long.
Right.
But from what I found out later is that he would, like, kind of create lies. Like, oh, yeah, we used to hold hands together. I'm like, no. I'm like, you are so scared to even look at me in the eye. How are you going to hold my hand?
He was lying on your name.
He was lying on my name.
Oh, little sneak.
Yeah, when I found out, I was like, I mean,
What are you talking about?
you can live out your fantasy saying it now, but that never happened. Like, I know it never happened.
Not the fantasies. Well, you can go around telling that, but I know what's up.
Like, I know what's true. Yeah, so that happened.
That
But
is too funny.
that was, like, my, like, elementary, middle school.
Right.
And then when I entered high school, we were vibing.
Mm-hmm.
It was all chill and fun. But then, like, my senior year, there's, like, this person that I saw. We're just gonna keep it
anonymous.
We're gonna keep it anonymous.
Never know.
Because you never know who's gonna hear it. If he hears this, I'll be like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
That was you.
That wasn't you. I had saw him, like, at the meeting.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
Okay, but I can't give too much details because then he's automatically gonna know it's him.
You tell me when the show's over.
When the show's over. But like I mentioned earlier, there's like when I look for in a guy, it's like qualities that I don't have or qualities that I'm still trying to work on and like get better at. He's very outgoing and friendly. While in my case, I feel like I'm more reserved, but I open up like to people who I like have time knowing. Like I need time to get to know them before I open up comfortably. Well, he's more like outgoing. He's out there, and I mean, I help the elderly too. But when you see a guy do it, it hits different. It hits different, and like. Because there's some guys who, like, kids don't even want to go around. So if kids and elderly are going around this guy...
You know,
something's up, like, oh, he is, like, very loved and very respected.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, so I was like, oh...
He's a little John Ambrose.
Yeah! Yeah.
That's so cute.
I think just the difference is that, you know, he's very extroverted. I guess I would consider myself ambiverted. So I'm extroverted depending who I'm around, but introverted in certain situations.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more like that too.
Yeah, it's just like the middle.
Yeah.
So that's how I was like really like, and like, you know, physically. Physically, like appearance-wise.
5'9"?
Oh, he is taller than me.
Yeah.
With heels. So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to me.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and he has good hair, like John Ambrose.
Ooh, stunning. Okay, mine a little bit, like, dumber.
No, I'm trying to, like, sweet talk it as much as possible.
Okay, I'm gonna start with, I mean, this person already knows he's not gonna listen to this podcast, but it's just funny. It's kind of like you, like, I don't know if it was 7 years. It was from middle school, I would say 6th grade to, oh dang, that is like 7 years. 6th grade to, like, graduating.
Oh, wow.
He don't have no social media, though. He was kind of like that shy, like, ooh, what do you do? Very smart. But he was really funny. And his really biggest story, his, like, fame thing was, you remember, like, the MSAs used to take in middle school?
Yeah.
So, everybody was against it because it's, like, standardized testing. We were like, why are we all, like, 13, like, against standardized testing? Like,
Yo, okay, so I work with, like, schools now.
mm-hmm.
They changed MSA,
They
and
totally
it's, like,
changed
harder
it.
now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, ooh, thankful I graduated.
Dang, why were we complaining?
No, thankful I was conceived earlier.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, back then everybody was like really anti-MSA, and there was like something going on with the school. Like it was a really politically charged time.
Yeah.
In our school, whatever. So you know, we're taking the MSA. David is Q and I'm R, so we were always like in the same homeroom. That's why I was always like kind of like, I see you, David. We were always kind of close to each other, kind of. So we're taking the MSA, whatever. Like I said, he's a shy guy. He's pretty smart, but a thing about him is that like, if we're in class or whatever, you would see, well, I was paying attention. But this was also, like, a rumor, people. He would never do work in class. Like, he would literally just sit or talk or whatever. But, like, if it was, like, something like, oh, you can finish it in class or you could do it at home, he would never do it in class. But then the next day, he'd come with the full thing ready. He's always, like, really smart, top of class. Everybody was like, what the hell? So we're taking the MSA. It was, like, 7th grade. Dude's not writing anything. And everybody's like, there's like 5 minutes left of the test. What is he going to do? And he's like really smart. You're like, what the heck? Like maybe 5-10 minutes left of the testing. Starts like drawing on the booklet, writing on the booklet, folding it up, doing origami. And I'm like, let me peep David. I'm like trying to sneak these looks. I'm like, and I look and I'm like, what is going on? He's gone off the deep end. Like, what is he doing? Everybody's also, like, kind of looking at him, but they're like, oh, that's hard. Like, he's like,
yeah, he don't care.
Yeah.
He don't care.
He's revolting, whatever. He gets caught in the office, a whole big thing. They sending letters out home, like, these are, like, important tests, da-da-da. He got in-school suspension. The whole grade, I kid you not, the whole grade was outside of, like, the main office. We were doing, like, Free David on Twitter. We had, like,
no
Free
way.
David. Because he was well-liked. Like, he was quiet and shy, but, like, everybody liked him. So then it kind of turned into a joke, and, like, everybody was like, Free David, and he would just come out and be like, I was like, yeah, that's my king. So that was, like, something that I always kind of knew him for, but, like, later on, we never really talked. It was always kind of, like, a low crush. I was like, but then when I graduated, I tweeted it, and I was, like, on my, like, Twitter that people in school follow. And I was like, yo, because he never had social media. I was like, David, if you're out there, like, I literally just want to follow you. Like, we already graduated. Like, what is good? Like, I had a crush on you since this. Like, can somebody please link me to this man's Instagram? And everybody, people I never even talked to were like, it's never too late to shoot your shot. People liking it. So I'm like, dude, what the heck? Can somebody send me the Instagram? I never got his Instagram, but I got his Snapchat. But he's crazy now, so the crush kind of faded. So that's my main one, like my grade school one.
Grade school one.
Yeah. Then when I worked at Home Depot, I really like this guy that I worked with. I'm not going to say his name because he actually might find this. But he was really funny and he worked with me. And like, I always like the funny guys, you know.
Yeah, he was funny. Like, the current one is funny too.
Yes.
Yeah, he's funny.
I love me a funny guy. And my story with this was that I was also trying to find him on Instagram. But at Home Depot, like, we were, like, friends, but I didn't know his last name. Like, it's not something you'd be like, hello, my name is da-da-da, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he would always have, like, his first name on his thing. So I was like, dude, how am I going to find this kid's last name? And I looked and I couldn't find him. And so I made Paloma call. I made Paloma because they do like customer service surveys, like customer surveys. Like if somebody did a really good job, you write their name and whatever. So I'm like, Paloma, you call and pretend that you're a customer, and you ask for his last name, and we call. And it's ringing, and finally I know the lady that picked up, and I knew she wasn't going to give him the last name. And she's like, I just really need this person's last name to write this thing. And she's like, we don't really give out last name. Okay, just the first letter. And we were like begging for this lady to give us the last name. And she gave us R. His last name doesn't even end with an R. So for like 3 months, she just told us so we could hang up. I'm looking for this man's name with the R in it, and I never found him. Months later, like, I'm already kind of over it, but I find, like, I'm logging into my whatever, and I see he's logged in, and I see his full name right there, and I was like, I got him.
You're like, secured.
Right, secured. I found him on Instagram, whatever. Turned out this man had a girlfriend the whole time. He was pulling the Lara Jean on me.
No way.
He had a girlfriend the whole time.
Wow, you and John Amos can really relate.
Right, I feel that.
Uh-huh.
But it was funny. Like, he had it. The only thing, he was private. The only thing I saw was his picture with his girlfriend. I was like,
you were hurt.
I was like, damn, it'd be like that. So those two, I'll do two because you only did two. I don't want to.
No, you should do it.
Myself.
Maybe I'll think about somebody.
No, like I mean, there was like another guy in high school. I'll say his name. I only know his first name. His name was Colin. He was like, I liked him because he was polite. He wasn't really funny. He was kind of shy, and kind of JW passing, like really polite and nice. And I don't know, he was really cute. But one thing about him was that he loved the Zac Brown band.
The what?
The Zac Brown band.
Oh my.
Country ass band. And I was like, yo, I like them too, bro. Like, me, Dominican as hell. I was like, yo, I really do like them. And he's like, what song do you like? And I'm like, yup, I like them. And so I was like pretending to like Zac Brown band for like a whole semester. We had English together. Very embarrassing time in my life.
Oh my.
Dude, I still have songs downloaded from Zac.
Just so you like had something to talk about.
No, because I ended up liking this.
Oh, you did? Oh my.
They be coming on shuffle and I'm
Hey,
like,
but that's commitment though.
No,
to actually like go through with it and then actually end up like it came true, so it doesn't matter now.
Right. No, you trying to help me. It don't matter because it's true now. So
yeah, it's true now. So that's all that matters.
Dude, like, the things that I don't have crushes often, but when I do, it's like mad obvious because I like be doing crazy stuff like that, like convincing myself I love Zac Brown band. And I was like, nah, y'all, like this, like with my friends, I'd be like, this bangs, like, have y'all heard this? They're like, why the hell are you listening to this? I'm like, don't worry about it. But this bangs. So those are my three. Wow. Y'all do with that information what you will.
Yeah, I only had like 2 that I consider like that were pretty like legit. Mm-hmm. But I guess I'll mention this one. This one's like so hurtful. Like this one was like, I was like, I don't like men.
This made you hate men for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had this like crush on this brother in my hall, and I thought he was like put together, polite. He was really respected also, right? So, you know, we were like chatting for a bit, and then I'm like, oh, you know, I think I was like a freshman, 8th grade, you know, very naive. Like, I wouldn't ask this now, but like, so what's your type? Like, who in their right mind?
Just let them know.
I just had to know. Like, I just need to know. And like, he like,
people still do that. Like, grown ass people be asking that. I'm like,
yeah.
What's wrong with you?
No,
but it's funny when you're a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, I'm like, what a dummy. Like, you're so stupid. And so then when he told me, he was like, oh, you know, girls with light brown hair who are pale and who are like thin. And then if you look at me, I'm like tanned. Mm-hmm. I have my natural hair is dark brown, like very dark brown, and I was a pretty like overweight kid. So I was like, oh, this guy just called me fat. Stop. And so what happened was, after he said that, I was so devastated that day. I remember telling my classmate, I was like, I'm gonna start working out. And like I ended up joining the swim team. I actually swam with my school swim team for like 4 years. I couldn't do it my last year, like fully.
No.
But I ended up becoming one of like the greatest like good swimmers on the team. So I was like, he was like, his like hate coming, that was like my motivation. So I was like,
you're like the school Olympian. You're like, now what?
Yeah, like all of like because I was like the freshman or like the sophomore during that time now, where I knew how to do all of the swimming strokes. So I would do the more advanced events.
Right.
So I was respected from like the upperclassmen for that.
Right, because you were just a sophomore.
Yeah, I was like sophomore freshman, and I was like getting like good times. Yeah.
That dedication.
So I was like, you know what? Thank you, because I ended up becoming the best in my school.
Yeah, that's actually crazy.
No, but like
you don't see that.
Yeah, the whole time I realized his type he was describing was literally like this girl he was crushing on.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they're a thing now. But yeah,
I mean like, who cares?
Like I don't care now, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, it's just.
So it wasn't even like digs at you. It was just that he was crushing on somebody specific.
He was crushing on somebody specific,
yeah.
But that really like when you're like in that time, you're like he called me fat. He called me fat. No. He called me more like he like I'm like I don't mind. Like I embrace it now. Like well I'm not even that tan for like
you're like Hispanic tan. Yeah.
Like I'm Hispanic tan, but that girl like she looks like a white girl.
Yeah.
So I was like I can't believe he literally came from my skin tone too.
He hates my ethnicity.
And I was like, he real bold to be talking because he's like, he like has a cara de tortilla. He has a tortilla face. So
mad Hispanic looking.
I don't even know why, but you know, we moved past that.
We're over it now.
We moved past that grade school. We moved past that guy, and now we're currently like.
And now we're just Olympian swimmers on our own, though.
Right.
So that's on your own, though, right?
Yeah.
But Andrea, thank you so much for coming and talking to me and sharing your musical taste. Wow, delicious. And, you know, giving a little bit of yourself up there. Because that's not easy.
Oh, yeah.
Be strong.
Actually, I feel like I held back a lot. I just realized I didn't make any of the songs BTS related. You're welcome.
I realized that, too.
You're welcome.
I thought you were going to. I'll probably put some BTS songs on there. I don't even care. The playlist is going to be, like, love-related, obviously. And they have a lot of good love songs, so.
Yeah. Ooh. I definitely have some for that.
Sure. The one with Lala I'll probably put on there.
Oh, yeah. That one's a good song, too. I recommend that song. They're speaking in English if you think, I can't understand.
Nah.
They're speaking in English.
Track 2, people, we don't hate K-pop. At least, I don't hate K-pop, so y'all better not hate K-pop. This is a safe space.
This is a safe space.
Is there anything you want to promote? Your Instagram, whatever.
Well, I first want to say thank you for actually taking me in consideration.
Of course.
And actually finding me funny.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm that funny. I think I'm
funny.
more like my comedy is like The Office.
Yeah,
like, you just have to be. I saw your shirt. Like you have to be like catching it. Because if you don't catch it, you're just gonna be like. But if you get it, you're gonna like laugh. Like wow, this person just called me dumb without me realizing I called me dumb. Like that's how like my type of comedy is.
That's what we like here.
But I guess I'll just promote my Instagram.
Yup.
Yeah, I don't want to promote my fan accounts. Not yet. My Instagram's Prada Sauce, like Prada Sauce, so SAUCE. If you don't know how to spell Prada, that's your problem.
You need to figure it out.
Actually, no. If you actually just type in Prada, I should be the second one.
Oh, hello. She's more famous than Prada.
Like, I realize a lot of people when they type it in, I'm usually the second one.
I love that.
Yeah, so just type in Prada and you'll see me. What else can I promote? Love my dog. Please give highlight. Please watch my highlight of my dog Panchito.
Yes, on your story.
On my story.
Yes.
So I think that's the only thing I want to promote.
I love that. Oh, that's actually cute. For me, y'all know where to find me. Track 2 Instagram. That's TWO spelled out. And that is all for today. Thank you